all 500 and something of you, which is a pretty good number for a person that didn't even care if you got subscribers. With people like, dude, I have no subscribers. I know, I'm a god, I'm just kidding. Honestly, it's pretty good compared to what I thought it was. I was gonna get, I was barely gonna hit 100 by now. Which my friend still says if I did just to hit 100 now, that would still be faster than how he got up. But yeah, so what if Deku was a demon? So, why would he have this power? He wouldn't have any powers like Seven Deadly Sins demons. I'm trying to steer away from other animes. I've been doing a lot of Naruto what ifs and all that. And the next what if I'm doing after I complete all these long series, I'm gonna do all these series, don't worry. I know I've been posting a lot of them, and usually I don't do that. But don't expect constantly updates on those long what ifs. Don't imagine that. These what ifs, like the Heat one and the one I'm doing right now, will be kind of like what I usually do. So yeah. And I haven't been doing Asta what ifs, so I'll get back into those. But yeah. Originally I was only going to do like Asta and weird animes. Like Hunter x Hunter, I know they're not weird, but stuff like that. But I just decided to become like those regular channels that do all three. But Deku would be born with this power of sorts. He having never been clarified if he had a quirk or not. But judging what they see, they assume he's like a first gen user. They can't tell if they have quirks because their quirks have not been in the body to evolve to tell a difference between a normal human and the one with a quirk. But Deku would be abnormally enhanced. He can slap. He has been shown in class to grip stuff, and he would break metal, or he would bend the metal bars areas in classrooms. And this would cause people to assume he has a enhancement quirk. But Deku always felt like he had more to that. So he continued to try to use more abilities in his life. But he could never come up with anything. Until the day that Bakugo would be picking on a kid at the park. Deku would see this. With his personality to want to protect people, he would go. And wherever he's going, Bakugo would have punched him, which would have injured him. But it wouldn't hinder him a lot compared to the rest of the people that have ever been hit with Bakugo's explosion. He remembers one incident where Bakugo exploded a tree, and that's why people never messed with him, because that could hurt them a lot. But it seemed that actually nothing happened to Deku. Deku would look at himself, and he would not really pay attention because he says he mustn't throw a huge explosion because he doesn't want to kill me. But Bakugo was confused because he was trying to hurt Deku a lot with that attack. So he'd be like, oh, whatever, it's just a slight malfunction. And so he would throw another explosion, with Deku tanking these shots, seemingly no damage at all done to him. That's when the people in the group would tell Bakugo to stop holding back and take down the twerp. Bakugo would look shaken up because his quirk is not working. And that's whenever Deku would reach back his arm with horns and a tail popping out his back. And his enhancement quirk wasn't nothing specially strong. He was just a slight enhancement, but he would punch, hitting Bakugo into a tree, and then that would knock out Bakugo out. And then that's whenever his friends or lackeys of Bakugo would go and go attack Deku, but that's when one in the back would tell them that he defeated Bakugo. So we can't do nothing against that. Bakugo was the strongest of us. And saying our quirks are not even that strong either. They would say yeah with them green and run away, leaving Bakugo. With Bakugo saying, "You cowards." Whenever he slowly starts fainting and waking back up, on and on. But eventually the kids would go tell, saying that Deku was bullying Bakugo. Which they don't expect that because they've seen Bakugo bully people. So they think it's just them lying about it, which they are. But Deku would just be looking at his hands, and he would finally notice not wings, but his tail, and he would feel the top of his head feeling the horns. After this, he would kind of freak out, saying what just happened and all that. The teachers would come out and ask Midoriya or Zuko what happened, and he would say that Bakugo was messing with the kid, pointing towards him. And the kid would say, yeah, really shooken up, and he would say that Deku jumped in the way and helped me. And all that. And he hit Bakugo and he got knocked back. With the people finally noticing Deku's horns and all that because they're more worried about if a kid is hurt than anything. So this would happen, this event here, and this would show Bakugo, or this would make people or Bakugo to mess with Deku more often. But Deku just doesn't really pay attention. He would go home and leave home every day. Same routine, he thinks every time. Nothing changes. The world can stop and nobody would notice. And this is where, wait, what time is it? Oh no, I have probably good time. I thought it was longer, but yeah. So, Deku would figure out he has regeneration after he was playing in a park. About a year later, after his horns came out, and he met this kid with white and red hair. And his quirk in this what if will be known as purgatories, because like his father's quirk, he has a flame, and his mother's quirks, he have ice. And his flames are so as strong as Endeavor's. Of course, Endeavor had more experience, and his ice is like sharp blades that can cut it into anything. And he got his name instead of like Hellfire and all that. And his quirks are the same quirk. He had the name Purgatory. So Deku would be stabbed by this kid's quirk while he's playing in the park doing some stuff, and he was using his quirk there. And Deku would be in the crossfire with, I'll say, him practicing some jump attacks. And he really got in the way whenever he was jumping tree to tree, thinking of Gran Torino, how he moves. And he's wondering if he could do that too. So yeah, Deku would run his regeneration powers and all that. But this would add even more power to what people know him at school to have, which would cause many people to be confused, wondering what his quirk is. Regeneration, enhanced strength, enhance everything about him, but it seems just to be enhancement. So why does he have horns? And why doesn't he have a quirk like his mother and father? But one of these days, Deku would be thinking about, after a day of school, after some people are saying, Baka was saying that his quirk's not flashy enough to become a hero, thinking my quirk is an enhancement, but there's plenty of enhancement heroes, aren't there? And all that, he would sigh, and he was just hoping that he had some different ability compared to the rest. And some days he just hopes the world can freeze. And he would stick out his hands with him just saying, freeze, freeze, freeze. Freeze, stop, like that dude's quirk. When a few weeks ago. And he would focus a bunch of energy, seemingly that he can feel going through his body into him. And that would cause the world to stop. This is his ability known as time manipulation, or if Deku had a time quirk, but with perks, pretty much, as you can think of what this could be. So yeah, so I just wanted to do a demon what if, and I wanted to do a time stop, but I didn't want to do like 2-3 what ifs at a time and the specials, so I just thought to mix them together. So yeah, I hoped you liked this what if. See you next time, and lick that screen, everybody. Ow, got sniped. Bye.